Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's now Friday the 6th of May and I'm heading home at a quite reasonable 5:25 for me. This week it's been a shorter working week just because of the bank holiday, although it seems to have been hard work actually despite that. Not particularly helped much by the by me burning some midnight oil on Star Wars Battlefront again, but hey, what can you do? Bank holiday weekend didn't really get up to much, to be perfectly honest. Just didn't really have a great deal actually to get on with, so that was alright. Quite relaxing weekend. Did some bits and pieces, but that was about it. This week at work's been busy, and of course we've got the build up now. Next Tuesday and Wednesday is the Cafe Culture exhibition at Olympia, and we're doing a stand there with the Topa roasters, with Topa themselves, because the Turkish roaster manufacturers have done the stand quite a few years at that particular show, but this year we've gone in with them, so we've joined in with them, as it were, and we're helping out with some of the effort, and keeping the roasters that are going to be on the stand as well, for sale, of course, afterwards. But so getting all prepared for that is a bit of a sort of thing, and of course we had the stock take last week, so sorting that bit out has been a bit of a malarkey as well. So generally it's been all go, and of course on Wednesday it was May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. So I don't know if anyone caught up on that. It's quite an interesting phenomenon, that, really. I don't know how it started or who it was that sort of came up with that little play on words, you know, May the 4th be with you. Oh, May the 4th, May the 4th. Whoa, sounds similar. Let's make up that day, and it has become a phenomenal day now. Everyone is kind of into Star Wars, I imagine, so all the oddballs like me go mad for this day, this May the 4th be with you day, and yeah, it's quite good. I actually managed to get on Twitter a little bit because I've kind of abandoned it in some ways, but it's not intentional. I just don't, you know, I'm doing other stuff and busy at work and whatever else. At home I don't really get a chance on it as well, so yeah, caught up on a bit of it, managed to recycle, let's be fair, some pictures I had of the Star Wars Battlefront Edition PlayStation and controller. Did a nice little Apple Watch one. I tried asking Siri, May the 4th be with you, but Siri interpreted it correctly as May the 4th be with you, correctly as in, that's what it perhaps assumed I was trying to say, even though I got it wrong. It came up with quite a witty response, I thought, which is quite cool, but I was absolutely gutted that someone else must follow me on Twitter. He did a couple of much better ones than me. I mean, the first one he got from the Watch Siri was, you're not trying to trick me with your Jedi mind tricks or something like that. I'll probably link, because he kind of tweeted to me these ones he got, so I'll link them below, which was really funny. And then the next one was even better, you know, May the Force be with you, and Siri comes back with, next thing you'll be telling me you're my father. Which is fantastic. So yeah, compared to my one, which was something about may all your somethings be in milliseconds, these were much better. But I was quite amazed really that they've evidently built in so many different responses to that one singular request, which is may the Force be with you. So yeah, that was quite amazing. I was quite impressed with that, and like I say, I'll link through to those responses he got on his watch. This was with Watch Siri. I don't know if it'd be any different on iPhone actually. I never really thought to try that. I just tried it on the watch because it's simpler. So yes, May the 4th be with you, and of course that was another reason why on Star Wars Battlefront, burning the midnight oil, because we got some bonus credits just for logging in, 4,444 to be precise. Obviously, again, in sort of in recognition of the May the 4th link, they made it all the 4s, and we had an update with some more content for it as well, which is even better. Bits and pieces, and I think they've enhanced some bits. So yeah, on the whole, I've been getting all right with it actually. Still doing a lot of remote play, and that's working well. So I'm quite happy with that, and it really has given me, you know, much more access to playing it, because I'm not required to skulk off to the bedroom upstairs to play. I can be sat on my laptop and play instead, which is nice. And yeah, it's been going on quite well. There's been some interesting matches I've been going through. As you get it later on in the night, you occasionally get some matches that are kind of like there's not so many of you in it. Do keep getting pitched in these ones where there's 1 or 2 or 3 people, which is kind of like making it a bit difficult, but on the whole it's alright. And sometimes you get these ones where there's only like 1 of you and 3 of someone else on the opposite team, and you're getting absolutely devastated, and you're just thinking, oh, this is just going so wrong. And then slowly it kind of builds up players, it pulls people in, so all of a sudden it turns to your favour, and you've been batting away for ages. In fact, there was in one match, there was 2 of us and there was 6 on the opposition, but the other guy who was on my team was an absolute legend. He was the epitome of, he must have been playing first player shoot 'em ups since he came out of the womb, I think. He was just, he completely aced. There was 6 against us. I was doing terrible, but he was winning it for us. God knows how. I can't remember, what was we on now? Oh, we were on extraction, because I've been playing a lot of extraction. I like that. So you're going to defend your shipments if you're the rebels and you're trying to get it out of this facility, wherever you are. If you're Imperials, you've got to stop it. So the Imperials will keep going up to it and turning it off so it doesn't move. And then you've got to keep going back and turning it back on again. And of course, if the Imperials are stopping you getting there, then you've pretty much had it. But yeah, this other guy, he kept it moving constantly, and there were so many of them against us. God knows how he managed it, but he was just amazing at it. So you sometimes get that. And then he held us out right from the start to quite some way, and then more people came in, and it progressed quite well. So yeah, generally it's going quite well. It's interesting how I find the rewarding side of it as playing it as a game doesn't always go with whether the matches are won or lost. And really, the matches are won or lost by the team as a whole. It's not really generally any individual, unless you've got one of those super duper players like the one I had in my team there. But especially if I'm involved, it's definitely not an individual, because it's not me winning it ever, really. Although I got top of the leaderboard once last week. Yeah, he had a little celebration about that. It's very rarely I get top on the list of players for the side you're on. Although we did lose, so that was kind of a hollow victory. But I was at the top of the board. Yeah, get me. Yeah. If what I'm finding a lot though is how good I feel about playing or whatever else isn't really related to whether win or not lose, because sometimes we'll lose a round, but I'll think, I did really well and contributed really well to the game. And then on the opposing side, sometimes when the round is won, as it were, I just feel like, I just did nothing to help out at all of that, and it was a complete failure, as it were. So that side of it's kind of interesting, but yeah, I've been getting on alright with it, still plugging away. I've not reached level 40 on my newly created account, but I'm getting there slowly, so see how we get on. Also, youngest is continuing his YouTube gamers mission, to run through as many as possible. He's got another one now, which is what's he called? Sully the Cat or something like that, or Solly the Cat. Another channel. I'll put that one through as well. He's another one, and again, it's another one that is at least, you know, sort of good content without any bad language, which is what you want when there's a 6-year-old watching. So, but he's been going through, enjoying some games, and he found a new one for us to look at, which is called Unraveled. So this guy was playing it. It apparently came out in February. He was like playing it first play, but it's quite an interesting looking game. So decided to get hold of it, and youngest is having a go at it. It's not the easiest, to be fair. Basically, you control this character who is like a little, well, woolen doll, let's say, woolen teddy bear type character. But basically, as he runs along, his wool wrappings, as it were, that make him up, sort of untangle. And so you go along it, and what you've got to do as you go along, you'll find threads around the sort of area, and you can collect them to fill yourself out again, because obviously after a while he starts to almost disappear because he runs out of them. But you can also use your threads that are unravelling to create like bridges and dangle off things and whatever else. So it's quite an in-depth game, really, but yeah, very good sort of puzzles to work out and things like that, how to move things and get up to places and where you're going, whatever else. So yeah, it's a really good game, Unravel. So worth checking out, and I'll probably, if I link to whatever he is called, I can't remember what is it, Solly the Cat or something. I don't know why, because I've heard a million times him say his intro with his name on. He does a lot of Minecraft as well, which obviously the youngest is still well into that. Oh, talking of Minecraft as well, I did actually manage to ultimately get hold of the Herobrine mod for it. God, what a trial that was! In fact, that's probably what I did do all bank holiday weekend, was try and work that thing out. So yes, the Herobrine mod got in effect, and youngest did finally get to enjoy Herobrine in all his glory, attacking us. So that was quite a trial, really. I mean, it's a bit, you can only mod on like PC or Mac, but the Mac version you definitely, oh no, well no, the Mac version, it seemed like you got to pay for it again, and I was very loath to pay for it again, even though, I mean, Minecraft's it's not a great deal of money anyway. But the point was, I already got it once on the PlayStation 4, but I had to get it on the Mac just so we could add a mod, so we could have Herobrine in the world, because he really wanted Herobrine to be there to scare him, because he'd been watching other YouTubers with the Herobrine thing. So, you know, fine. Don't want to pay again, and then so you look up and eventually find that apparently you can sort of get around that with some launchers, which is a bit sketchy, but you know, my conscience remains clear because I've paid for it on the PlayStation 4, so it's not like I'm you know, deliberately bypassing the payment system. It's just that I don't want to pay twice, and I think that's fair enough, to be honest. So with this launcher thing, but then I've got to try and work out how to do mods, and then you add something else to get the mod, and then you're supposed to put the mod in the directory, and I'm putting the mod in the directory and it's not showing up, even though the mods for the stock thing are. I'm thinking, why the devil isn't it working? Well, turns out mods are version specific, and they do update the versions of Minecraft quite regularly, so there's a lot of versions to go for, and any particular mod has to be for a certain version number. So yes, basically what was happening, my Herobrine mod I'd found was for like 1.7, and it's currently on 1.9, so I was running 1.9 and it wasn't showing up because it knew it was only for 1.7. How confusing. So yes, after much much messing about. We finally got that working, which and all it basically does, this hero Brian character just pops up randomly. Once you've then got to create a totem thing to get him to come in the world, and then he'll randomly pop up and attack you, and then other things attack you as well, and it's all very strange. But he got that going, so he was happy about that. So yes, basically that's it. That's been my week. So obviously I've got 2 days. Monday I've got to drive down to London once I've opened up and sorted out work, so that's going to be a 3.5 hour trip of fun. Sort out these 2 roasters and get them out of the crate. Obviously the guy from Topa in Turkey, there's going to be a guy from there, and there's going to be a couple of us down in London. So got that, but I'm driving back Monday night once we've got it sorted out. So maybe it's not going to take too long, because I'm probably not going to get there till 2. So maybe give it 3 hours messing about in the stand, that's 5, another 3.5 hours back, so maybe 9 o'clock if I'm lucky, get back Monday night. In work normal Tuesday, and then Wednesday up at 5 AM. Not my best time of day, to drive all the way back down to London to Olympia to do the stand for the day, and then pack everything up after the stand, the exhibition finishes, I think maybe 4 or whatever, and then drive back again. So that's going to be a long day, long day, but there you are. Right, I'm off in before they wonder why I'm sat out here doing nothing. So have a good weekend and week next week, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog. Okay, see you.